Hey guys, so welcome back to Tip Talks 22. I'm going to do a reading type that I haven't done in a really long time. There is a young man by the name of Bryson Muir. I think that is his name. He's a 14-year-old child. I know that's his name, but I don't know if I'm saying it right. That's what I should say. But this young man disappeared from Logansport, Indiana. Um, so a few days prior to that, right, this young man's mother called his grandmother to come and pick him up. So when she didn't say why, she just said, "I need you to come pick him up." So she went to pick the young man up from the mother, and when she got there, it was the mother, the father, and another individual. But only Bryson rode back with the grandmother. Okay. I should also tell you that currently, even though his father used to play for the NFL, Daniel Muir, he was that was like for 7 years, but the mother and the father, Daniel and Kirsten, had since become members of what many are calling a cult, but it's like some type of religious community. Okay, a strict religious community. From what I've seen about it, it is one of those things where once you decide to live in the community, you relinquish all of your material belongings and assets as church property. Um, yeah. And so essentially you become a member. You may get an allowance, but everything that you do is for the church. Everything that you had or have now belongs to the church, is what my understanding is, right? So anyway, grandmother goes to pick Bryson up, and Bryson has like a swollen lip, blackened eye, and just swelling in his head and face. Like, it was so noticeable that when I initially saw the missing persons flyer, I was like, okay, so who's that child over there? I thought it was two different people. Okay. Um, yeah, so that's how swollen it was. Anyway, when asked, the young man told the grandmother that his father had given him the black eye, but he also told her that he wasn't upset, that he deserved it. Um, According to what I've learned about this particular religious community, is that women and children are deemed inferior. And so, like corporal punishment and certain things like that. So it is definitely being called a cult. Just imagine the things that we hear about, or some of us know firsthand about cults and cult experiences. Yeah. So he, at this point, was a victim of abuse, but he was saying that he wasn't angry. He wasn't angry with his dad. He understood that he deserved it. Yeah. So a couple days later, actually on June 16th, the mother came to grandmother's house to pick up Bryson, and Bryson left with the mother. I feel like he may have left with her and those two other individuals, but they were in one of the church vehicles, right? So as soon as he left, because the grandmother had taken a picture of his blackened eye, she alerted the police that she suspected he was being abused, using that photo as proof. And so shortly after leaving, the Indiana State Police pull mother over her car, and Bryson's not in the car. So we just want to take a look at what seems to have occurred in this situation. They were supposed to meet up with Bryson and his parents, the police were, on Friday, just to kind of investigate the matter around noon. They had agreed to that meeting time. And then around 11 o'clock, they called and pulled out. So the police took that, of course, as a sign that the parents are no longer cooperating. So they have yet to find the father or the son. I don't know if they found mother or if they're just talking to someone, whatever the case is. Now the question though is, where is Bryson? The police would like to confirm his safety. And so I just wanted to tap in to see what was going on with that. And yeah, so that's why we're here. I feel like this is going to be kind of straightforward. I do have a quick little spread laid out that shouldn't take too long. But yeah, let's just get into it. So initially, I just asked my guides, ancestors, spirit guides, A-team, to show me clearly what led up to this situation, what's at the heart of it, etc. Right? His disappearance. So here's the thing. At the heart of this matter is the Devil card, but it's not like, I don't think it's like the devil like we would normally think. I think this is a card of fear. It is a card of being strongly attached to something or someone, or dependent upon something that you feel bound to, right? So what I feel like that is about is the group that they're connected to, that they may, yeah, it's definitely spiritual, that they are controlled by, that they didn't see or realize perhaps. I don't know if they didn't realize that it was a cult, but they may not have realized like how, I was going to say that, how they were essentially giving up like all of their power, that they would be highly controlled or would have no control. The fact that grandmother said in a news interview that this young man wasn't angry with his father and he felt he deserved it, just made me think of someone who had Stockholm syndrome, or who had been indoctrinated so deeply that they felt like they were in alignment because they've done this for, or lived this way for such a time. So that's really sad, because I don't know, for the mother, the grandmother, to call to come pick Bryson up, I don't know if she called like she was concerned for his safety, or if they just had some business to take care of, like we need somebody to keep the kid, right? Because Ohio is connected to this case in some way as well. But anyway, so there's like a strong energy of control here, connected to fear as well. And really feeling defeated and powerless, like you just, but it's like either you ignored red flags or you just didn't see it, like your intuition was just checked out. Yeah. Someone was making an offer of provision, of protection. I feel like this could be something that dad kind of sold mother on as the truth. And it's like, let me go with my husband. Let me follow my husband. Something, or if that's not dad's energy, that could be like some other person that is in the community, in this spiritual community. Yeah, some type of leader really selling this lifestyle, this way of being, this life, presenting an offer here with that Knight of Cups to this woman and her emperor, her husband. But this is something that they didn't discern about this person. Okay? And when I say this person, I'm talking about the pastor in that regard. So, with this energy of fear here being at the heart of the matter, I was like, okay, well, what is the challenge that's crossing this devil energy? And it's the Lovers card. And I was like, okay, now who the heck is the Lovers? Because oftentimes, right, the Lovers can be family members, people who have a close, intimate connection or partnership. And so that's what these cards are clarifying. So I feel like they're showing up here as the king and queen of wands here. So this is definitely a partnership, a family, a soulmate energy. But this is someone who feels like, how do I want to say it? Because y'all, this is not the way that I was looking at this in the beginning. But someone is afraid to ask for help. They are afraid to be shut out, perhaps, of this community with this Five of Coins here. They may be afraid of having nothing. They may be afraid of starting over. They may be afraid of being spiritually shunned. What's this Five of Coins? Not being supported or having some type of support. Also being in poverty here. Okay. We also got the Chariot that came out just now as we were looking at this. But it's in reverse. So yeah, they're definitely lacking confidence to take an action with that Ace of Wands. They're lacking the confidence to take an action. Yeah, so it almost feels like they don't really see or know a way out. So I feel like the mother with this Queen of Wands energy, she appears to be the one showing the most concern, which would make sense because based on what I saw and read, men are kind of elevated in this community. Whereas women and children are like looked at as kind of inferior. Who is this knight? So yeah, I feel like the father could have an energy of like impulsivity or maybe even like aggression with that Knight of Swords showing up here. And with the alongside the Emperor. So this Knight of Wands could be somebody who's kind of impulsive, kind of reactive, right? Someone who may act now and think later, or who is impulsive or abusive in some way. I feel like this would be specifically the father because of that Emperor energy, but it most definitely could be, because of the nature of a cult, it could likely be anyone there, any male energy there. I feel like this is someone who feels like this masculine energy who's definitely out of balance for one. And kind of not as in touch with their spiritual side as much as he would like to think he is. Which, obviously, right? This also may be someone that they feel or deem Bryson and his mother is kind of like unreliable because of that, what may look like or feel like some type of emotional imbalance. They have an anger issue. But they also have like almost, ooh, let me see that. He may feel like like he has no say so or control himself. For sure. Yeah, it almost looks like this is what I have to do, or this is how I have to be to honor this person that we place on a pedestal. This King of Pentacles God, the rich person, the leader. But I feel like this is someone also who may have been trying to secretly figure out a way to detach from this community. Because look, we got the King of Swords and the Three of Coins. And that's to clarify the Hermit. So there was some secret energy going on here. Moon card energy, some secrecy going on within the Father. Okay. So there's almost an energy of going along with something or exhibiting a certain behavior while you may be, this is clarifying the Lovers, while you may be plotting how you can get away from, how you can escape, abandon, run away from this religious community, this religious organization here. But there is some type of conflict, disagreement, fight, combatants, or this could be something within or like a physical altercation here. Because someone may be feeling forced and that's kind of creating some type of confusion, okay? So, yeah. I feel like these parents here, despite their fear, are trying to figure out how to start over, how to take a step back and get out of this situation that they're in. Some of the things that I read about this community that they are a part of is that there have been people who have come in, and when they leave, it's like, okay, well, can I get my stuff back? Because I'm not going to be staying here, right? And I saw one quote. Well, I'm not going to quote it because I don't remember exactly what was said, but it was something like, you can bring all the guns, the police, the government that you want and be prepared, right? So basically, the pastor was like, I bet you ain't getting your stuff back. Because apparently, too, there are a lot of contracts that are signed prior to coming in. And if it's anything like the cult that is mentioned in that documentary, Dancing for the Devil, guys, if you haven't seen that on Netflix, definitely check it out. If it's anything like that cult society, guarantee that they are going to try to block anyone from leaving or to keep an eye on people, a close eye, which is probably why there was a third party there when she went to pick him up and when he was retrieved. So we have this issue going on at the heart of the matter here. In the past, we have the Eight of Wands and the King of Cups. Eight of Wands is most definitely a card of travel. I'm telling you, I feel like this is a connection or a tie that they were trying to sever. They were trying to end this situation, this connection here. What's this for? In some way, like trying to detach. But there may have been some type of awareness of like being controlled, where some type of clarity may have hit someone like hard, like, oh no, this ain't right, or oh no, this is not what I believe, or this is not where I want to be. I feel like that strongly. Yeah. So there's a sense of growing discontentment within this situation. It's like something that I thought was okay, I have a desire to put some space and some boundaries up. However, it's like I may be concerned about financial security. And there's like just an overall energy of disappointment here. And regret and remorse. About either what I walked away from or what I let go of. This could also be someone following them as they left. So here in the more recent past, we have the Eight of Coins with the Four of Wands here. Okay. So someone could have been trying to work, trying to save something, save money. But like this conflict was exposed. Someone was made aware. I say someone, this leader, this person that they idolize. What's this Four of Wands? What's this Death card? So really this just feels like a controlled change of plans at the hands of this King of Pentacles. It could be this King of Pentacles connected to this Queen of Wands. So maybe finding out finding out a plan or something that was in the progress and creating some type of roadblock to stop this change. Someone's like, okay, let me get control of this situation so we can kind of get a handle on these impulsive actions here that you guys have been doing in secret. So what I asked for this particular card was what is Bryson's energy regarding this situation? Like what's currently Bryson's focus? That Seven of Coins, or the focus of this situation, is like trying to see how something's going to play out, waiting to see something, or maybe even just thinking like, what is it that I should either what I should focus on, or what is going to be in our best interest. But whoever this is, they feel like they either don't have any support or they don't have a choice in the matter, really. This could be the child realizing, yeah. What's this 10? He may have thought this was something that was close to resolution. Yeah. That they would be free or get away with something. But it's kind of like a worst fear coming true, so to speak. And now we just got to see what happens as a result of that. I don't know why I didn't think of this deck. Y'all, I have laid this out in so many different ways because I didn't want to say too much and I didn't want to say too little, right? Because I feel like as I was using my own personal deck, greed, first card out, I feel, yeah, as I was using my own deck, I feel like I was getting too much information, right? And that tends to make the readings like way longer. So here in the near future, we have this Six of Coins with the Seven of Swords. Okay? But also the Eight of Swords. So the Seven of Swords for me is, especially in this type of reading, almost always the energy of a cover-up, right? It's a cover-up, a cover story, some sort of deception or evasiveness. Someone trying to get away with something. What are they trying to get away with? Holding someone against their will, perhaps, or keeping them captive, or making them think they don't have a way out, or they have no options, right? What is this Six of Coins, please? Could be kind of breadcrumbing someone. Maybe let them get to a certain point, then go retrieve them. This could also be traveling somewhere, but then deciding to kind of lay low, hide out. For what? To allow some time into the future for healing. When I first initially saw this, it feels like, first of all, Bryson is alive, but he may be being hidden out so that those the physical evidence can heal. Because at this point it's just a picture and what grandmother said, right? And if you have a child who is fearful of repercussions or what would happen to their parents here, then this is likely somebody who would not implicate their own parents, right? Y'all just heard that horn honk? That was like, amen. So I feel like the thought is to make this family feel like, okay, now you can't leave. Why? Because you're wanted by the police. Because they want you for this behavior. Because you don't have any money to fight this. Right? So if ever there was some brainwashing going on previously, it's in overdrive at this time. Likely on all three of them, but not necessarily all three of them in the same place. Which I don't think they are. I feel so much better because I was very concerned about, accurately interpreting what I see. Because I have a tendency to not want to see the worst, right? So yeah, how Bryson sees this situation is this Empress in reverse. And this is someone who kind of feels blocked or they feel like cut off. And it may be cut off from like the people who love you, who nurture you, who care for you. Really feeling disconnected in that way. Or isolated even. That's very sad. Oh. I feel like Bryson may have been someone who had a strong connection to or with his mother. It felt like not necessarily like a mama's boy, but just really a lot of love and respect for his mom. as most, young men do at that age. But in this regard, it's like, yeah, I have no control over this issue. This is different now. There's some boundaries being put up between me and this mother figure. Where it's like, yeah, some authority figure is controlling this situation. That's a big old man, y'all. That is a big, his dad, Daniel, that's a big dude. To think that this big, strong black man is allowing himself and his family to be so controlled and manipulated is heartbreaking to me. So the external factor at play here is this King of Wands. It's this narcissist. It's this control freak. It's this stubborn energy here. Look, and as soon as now that could be dad or that could be this person. I just saw 3111 on the clock. That Hierophant energy is a religion, a religious organization, a minister, spiritual doctrine. This is something that Bryson may feel is definitely out of his mother's control. This wand family. Queen, king, and the page. Father, mother, and the son. But I feel like whoever it is, I feel like Bryson is looking at this situation though. Could be Bryson, it could be the family. Like whatever this is being presented to these three individuals as this is what's best for this situation. Even if it's like everybody's separated. Even if it's like everybody's separated, this is someone who even like is feeling defeated in this dynamic. But something is being like presented in a positive way. But it's like a separation. That someone may be still having some type of inner conflict about. Perhaps in an effort to change the mother, particularly the mother's mind. Or to kind of open them up to keep them from... Okay, who's this justice card? I'm sorry, I had to like, This feels like to kind of ensure or fortify, like, oh, we got you, we're going to handle this, we supporting you. So Bryson's hope is for a new start, a new beginning here. But I feel like his fear is either the family being judged or criticized, or that could be by law enforcement, by the public, or from a spiritual standpoint, by the divine. That's his fear. Some type of judgment on his family. Some type of criticism on his family. Or maybe, yeah, that has them like... Maybe being kind of outsiders to their community, the community that he's most familiar with. I'm telling you, this baby gonna need some therapy. Yeah. I feel like he fears being separated from this church. If he has been there in this way of life for, what, a while, I'll say, many years, however long that is. I think old boy been out of the NFL for about 10 years. I don't know if they've been there that full time. That would have made him 4 coming there. So if that's the case, that's a long time to be brainwashed. I said that way because I started to say mind effed. Anyway, so the outcome here shows the 9 of Wands. It is a card of paranoia, kind of looking over your shoulder. Bryson's energy. Again, maybe concerned about being isolated or being manipulated, separated from a mother or a mother figure. Like, there's a strong concern for his mother. That breaks my heart. Okay. I do feel like there's a sense of truth being revealed here, but it may be a choice or decision that's difficult for this young man because of his beliefs. I'm going to pray so hard for him tonight. I'm going to pray so hard for this young man's clarity. I'm going to pray so hard for this young man's clarity. Safety, of course, that's a given. I also asked prior to this reading if there would be punishment for dad. And I got that there would be no punishment, no jail for dad. And I also got that Bryson would be discovered or recovered, which could just mean the parents start to actually cooperate once his eye is healed and allow the police to talk to him. Or they just may stay in hiding. But that's not the energy that I get. Yeah, I don't get that they're going to stay in hiding. Because I feel like the hiding is just to give him time. Give him time to physically heal so that there's like no evidence of abuse. Lord have mercy. So we are going to pray for the best, pray for justice, pray for continued exposure of these people who are playing in God's face. Pray for judgment. I hope this was helpful. Bye-bye.